In this video, I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, I love Battlefront 2, but honestly, this Platinum Trophy takes so long to get just because of 2 trophies, and yeah, it's just so much work. The game has a total of 41 trophies and 3 DLC trophies, which I'll also be getting. The trophies are basically split into 2 categories, campaign and multiplayer, which most of the time you spend on this Platinum will be spent on the multiplayer trophies because they are a grind. Now, I have played Battlefront 2 before, so I'm starting this video with 3 trophies, but they are trophies I would have picked up anyways throughout this grind, so to me, it doesn't really matter. And so without further ado, let's get started. Now, honestly, the campaign for this game is pretty bad, so we're just going to run through it quickly. So for the first mission, all we do is really escape a rebel cruiser, and then when you go onto the second mission, you land on a planet Endor, where the Death Star actually ends up blowing up. And so once the Death Star blows up, our mission ends up being just to escape the planet that we're on. Then we go back onto a big Imperial ship where we meet up with the General, who is actually our dad. And then somehow it turns out that Emperor Palpatine survived and he just became a hologram in like a floating red body or something like that.
But what the hell?
So basically for the next mission, we just have to free a ship called the Dauntless, which the rebels ended up stealing from us. And then this is where the campaign starts making no sense because we become Luke Skywalker for some reason and team up with Del, a guy from Iden's squad, to get to some Sith vault. So we end up fighting a bunch of bugs to get there, and yeah, it just makes absolutely no sense. So for the next mission, we go onto Iden's home planet, which for some reason the Empire decided to destroy, and Iden gets so angry that she ends up turning on the Empire and leaving the Empire with Del. And then Iden and Del end up joining the Rebel Alliance and go on to destroy the lasers which are destroying her home planet. And now, out of the blue, you just end up becoming Princess Leia and defending Naboo, which kind of makes no sense, so... And now, this is what I mean by the campaign is bad, because how do we go from playing as Iden, then going to Princess Leia, and then randomly you start defending Takodana as Han Solo? Like, that makes no sense. And then the next 2 missions were pretty quick because we basically just infiltrate Bespin as Iden Versio, and then also Megamind and Lando Calrissian destroy an Imperial factory in the next mission after that one. So next we go on this big planet called Jakku, which is a desert planet, and we have to help out a couple people that are trapped, and then after that we just go back on our ship. Now Iden's ship crashes onto a big Imperial ship, and for some reason this guy just really didn't care about the ship going down. But yeah, and so after that we go to save Iden's dad from the ship, and it turns out he does not want to get saved, so that's a big L. So then we end up back on the ground, and what is a bad campaign game without the 2 characters in love kissing?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
And then the last mission was this super weird mission with Kylo Ren, which made also no sense to me, and yeah, that was the whole campaign that's done. Now, after the campaign, there's a couple of trophies that we have to get in single player, which are pretty easy, so we're just going to get through those now. So for that first single player trophy, we have to defeat 8 TIE fighters in the skies of the Battle of Jakku. So this one's pretty easy. So for the next trophy, we just have to defeat 3 enemies with 1 use of our drone's shock ability. Now the second last single player trophy, we just have to defeat 5 enemies with 1 use of a grenade launcher, and the guide has a really good spot for this trophy, so this was a really easy one as well. And the last single player trophy was like crazy easy because all we had to do was do a stealth takedown, but on a sniper. So those are all the campaign trophies we need to get, and this is where the real grind starts, because now we're moving on to all the multiplayer trophies, and while some are super easy, some make me literally want to jump into a Sarlacc pit. Now the next trophy is really easy because all you have to do is complete an arcade match, which is like a single player battle scenario. Now the next one's pretty much the same. All you have to do is complete all the arcade matches, which there's 16 different battle scenarios and they each take 2 minutes. So I got this one done really quickly. For the next couple of trophies, I just had to win a game in each of the game modes that were available at launch. For the next 4 trophies, you have to boost 100 teammates with the officer's battle command ability, defeat 3 enemies with 1 Vanguard usage, but you have to do it 5 separate times, defeat 150 enemies with this heavy sentry gun ability, and also play as all the heroes that were available during launch. I then also had to get a bunch of trophies for ships you fly in Starfighter Assault. And also one more trophy where you just have to kill 50 other heroes in Heroes vs. Villains. Also, I got really confused about one trophy, and it turns out I got it off camera, so yeah. I also ended up getting all the DLC trophies because there's only 3 and it's the same as the campaign missions where you just have to run through them. And now we are finally down to the last 2 trophies of the game, and my god, did this take ages. The first trophy we have to get is defeat 25 hero ships with the regular fighter ship class. And now I will put into perspective on how difficult this trophy is. You are in a game with 23 other players, and not only are all the other players going for the same person you're going for, every game you have to wait until people get 2,000 points to be able to even afford the heroes, and then you go with the obstacle that your entire team is also trying to take out these heroes. It is literally the worst trophy ever. And now, for the longest part of this trophy grind, we need to reach rank 50 in Battlefront 2, and the max rank is 50, so this takes a really long time. Now for anyone curious on how I ended up getting this trophy, I went on Jabba's Palace. From there I would pick the heavy class, and once I would be able to afford a hero, I would choose Bosk. Now Bosk is perfect for this trophy because he does splash damage, so you get lots and lots of XP. And on Wednesdays, you get triple XP. So one Jabba's Palace run, which goes well, can get you an entire rank right there. And just like that, we got the platinum for Battlefront 2. Now this game took me weeks to platinum, so I'm really happy to have finally gotten it. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.